Durham were left still looking for their first victory in this season's NatWest T20 Blast as they went down to a 27-run defeat at home to group leaders Leicestershire. Put in, the Foxes were soon off and running, with 14 runs being taken off the opening over from Chris Rushworth. Cameron Delport dominated the early scoring to see his side with 37 runs on the board after 4. Delport departed in the 5th, slicing Rushworth to backward point where Paul Collingwood held on, the batsman gone for 29. By the end of the power play, the score read 55-1, with Luke Ronke beginning to find his feet, while Mark Cosgrove wasted no time at all in getting on with it, this pair quickly adding 43 runs for the second wicket. That was ended when Ronke on 32 dragged a slower ball from Collingwood to wide long on, where Ryan Pringle held on. Halfway through, the Foxes had made 85 for 2 before completely losing their way once Colin Ackerman was well stuck by Stuart Pointer as 3 figures were reached with the leg side wide. 2 balls later and Pringle had struck again, Ned Eckersley lofting the spinner to Michael Richardson. The visitors now on 100 for 4 with 8 to go. That became 113 for 5 in the 16th. Adam Hickey and Pringle put in the squeeze on before Collingwood returned to bowl Lewis Hill. Cosgrove followed 2 balls later for a top score of 33, holing out at deep mid-wicket where Graham Clark gleefully held on. Only 2 more runs had been added when Tom Wells was found out of his crease by Pointer. The Foxes now on 116 for 7. And a 6th wicket fell for just 23 runs as Collingwood removed Clint Mackay for figures of 4 for 24, Pringle and Hickey sharing 3 for 33 from 7. It was left to Matt Pillans to get his side to a final score of 144 for 8, one which the Jets certainly would have fancied chasing down. But they made a poor start to their reply, Hickey falling first ball as he found Delport at point. Ackerman came on in the 4th over and struck twice with his first 3 deliveries. Clark pulled the opener of the spell to Hill in the deep, and then Richardson chopped on to leave Durham in some trouble on 14 for 3. The power play ended with the only 6 of the match, Usman Arshad up the order, clearing the rope off Ackerman, even though only 27 runs were scored with the fielding restrictions in place. Jack Burnham then missed a ramp shot and was bowled by Callum Parkinson, Leicestershire working out from the first innings that the way to go was with spin. 31 for 4 became 39 for 5 as Collingwood chipped Parkinson to Wells to fall for 5. After 10 overs, Durham's total read 43 for 5, and after that had been moved to 69 after 14, Arshad was bowled when Parkinson came back on for his final over. That left 70 to get from 5, and on this surface, that was an impossible task. Paul Coughlin batted better than anyone had all night, but it was all too little too late. At the end of a disappointing night, Pointer departed to Mackay for 15, and Pringle was bowled first ball, Durham making 117 for 8 from their 20 overs, Coughlin the only bright spark with his 42 runs from 33 balls. So it was a 27-run defeat, the visitors now having 4 wins from 4, all on the road, and the Jets with 3 defeats from 3. Next on the horizon is a trip to meet Lancashire on Sunday afternoon.